He was like.
Not everybody admits that.
Especially my wife.
Street.
It is 9:30 a.m. Good morning, Richland County. It is Thursday, May 14th. The Richland County Board of Commissioners is now in session. I'm County Commissioner Cliff Mears, joined by fellow Commissioners Banks and Vero. We're joined by our Senior Clerk Stacy Kroll, County Administrator Andrew Keller. Kevin Bird is here. We're joined by Barry Schroeder from the Power Squadron, right?
Correct.
Correct. And online, we have Carl Hono,
Eric
Sarah. Okay, well, the first order of business is a proclamation that we have for National Safe Boating Week. So Gary, would you like to talk about that?
I would, I really would. I'd just like to thank you for giving us a proclamation to help us promote safe boating. I'm a member of the Mansfield Power Squadron, which is associated with America's Boating Club. Everybody thought since we were United States Power Squadrons that we were military. We're really not military. So we also have like another title as America's Boating Club. We've been in Mansfield for 51 years or 55 years, since 1951, so it's longer than that. We used to have our change of watches, believe it or not, at the Leland Hotel. So most of you remember the Leland Hotel.
Yeah.
We teach public boating classes we teach one now in Shelby at the library. We've taught and West Holmes. We teach at Madison, adult education. We used to teach down in Mount Vernon. We offer those free of charge. The boaters or the people who are attending the class, they buy the book, the materials. Our members volunteer to provide the lectures and the program. And anyone born after, I think it's 1981 or something like that, boaters are, if they operate a boat of 10 horsepower or more, are required to get a certification by taking a boating class. It's not like a driver's license. It's just basically says you have some knowledge of safety and safe boating.
So that explains why Charles Mill Lake has a 9.9 horsepower limit.
Right, right. And nobody's gonna have a personal watercraft on Charles Mill Lake, but if you did, you have to be 16 years or older. So we teach boating classes, but our members, we have sail, we have marine electronics classes, we have piloting, advanced piloting, navigation. We even do the ones where the sextant, which kind of nowadays with all of our GPS is a little bit, but we did it anyway. So anyway, I want to thank you. And we also do vessel safety checks, which we have a memorandum of understanding with the Coast Guard Coast Guard Auxiliary that we can do vessel safety checks for boats and stuff. And it doesn't cost anything. And it's not if you don't have a flag or if you don't have a life jacket, you're just told to go get one. I mean, you're not fined unless you were pulled over by a ranger or a sheriff or an officer, they could find you or whatever the case may be. If you have any questions, please ask me. If I could answer them, if I can, I'll.
No.
Explain why we moved from Clear Fork. We moved from Clear Fork. For the last couple of years, we've had a program on Tuesday. And when I talked to Andrew Schradley from Charles Mill, who I was asking to come over to visit us at Clear Fork, he said, well, why don't you do this on the weekends? Because that's when you get the boaters. Because during the week, it's kind of the dignitaries and our members and older members that maybe are not working anymore. And okay, let's do. And he said, you're welcome to have it at Charles Mill. I'm also working with Scott Cotterman, who he's with Clear Fork. So we think we're going to kind of bounce it back and forth, but we are going to keep it on the weekend. Now, this weekend's forecast is not good.
I was just talking to my wife today. It has not been a nice spring so far.
is talking about winds and hail and thunderstorms on Saturday, so I don't.
Hey, what better time for a safe boating week though, right? In adverse conditions? What better way to say you might not want to go out there?
So, and like I say, we want to we'll probably kind of bounce back and forth.
So I attended last year's and it was cold and it was windy and it was rainy.
But we had a pavilion and we can't use the pavilion out on the point because they're doing all the construction. And I asked Andrew if there was a building we could use. I would think we could use one of those metal buildings, but he said no. So we're on the patio.
So don't know if you're gonna have it Saturday or not?
I'm
Depending on the weather.
talk with my commander, John Ford, and if it says hail and high winds and stuff, I think we should probably maybe move it a week or two and get a little better weather, but it's up to
If you
him.
move it, I might be able to make it because, you and I talked and I had planned to be there Saturday, but I'm
Understand.
judging debate at Ashland University.
Understand.
Make that. Okay, so I have a proclamation here for you, Gary.
Thank you.
I'd like to read a couple of quick sentences for you. I won't go through the entire proclamation, but I do want to note that it recognizes that there are 100 million Americans that vote for popular recreational activity. And in our proclamation, we state, therefore, it's resolved that the Richland County Board of Commissioners do hereby support the goals of the Safe Boating Campaign and proclaim May 16th through the 22nd as National Safe Boating Week and the start of a year-round effort to promote boat safety. And all three of us have signed this. So I'd like to present this to you on behalf of the Board of Commissioners. Would you like a picture?
I would.
Okay.
I
Would
would.
you mind, Andrew?
I would.
One, two, three. And two.
There
Thank
you
you
go.
very much.
Thank you, and I'll send that to you,
Appreciate
Rob.
it. Thank you.
Before you take off, Gary, Carl, do you have any questions? Carl with the,
No.
Anyone have any questions? Okay.
No, we published a story on May 6th about the event coming up at Charles Mill, but I'll just put a reminder in.
I appreciate that. And I hope it was 80% chance of rain yesterday. Now it's only 60. So I'd like to feel a little more comfortable with 77 and 35% chance of rain, but we'll see what happens.
Well, it's Ohio, so there's a 30% chance of frogs and pestilence as well.
Is this Carl?
Carl,
Carl, when are you coming back to Kiwanis?
Well, Rotary kicked me out, so I got to find a new place. So yeah, we'll see.
You're
Thanks.
welcome back. Thanks. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Hey, Mr. Schroeder.
Sarah, hold on a second, Gary. Sarah, you're online. Do you have any questions for Gary?
No. She said no.
Okay, Sarah,
Thank you very much.
welcome. Good to see you. Okay. So let's move on down to our regular business there at the bottom of our agenda. Motion to certify the record of proceedings for May 12th.
Have
Some amendments here. It's starting with tape 0.0030. They're minor, but there seems to be some grammatical errors. And Stacy, I have these. So I can show you on the minutes. So if you look in that first section here, let me pull it up. It says the size of a data center, DADA. I think that's data. DA. Then it says, Mayor Perry is not here to, defend herself. I think that was meant to say defend. Then at the bottom, it says that he responded to, it should be that evening. Then if you look, moving on to tape 0.2721. It says what is being considered, what the equipment being used a Longview. I think that's supposed to say at Longview. Then it says Commissioner stated he asked IT for an upgrade to the conference room. It should be to what, ask for what an upgrade to the conference room at Longview Building. So those would be my proposed amendments as I circled them. And I can give those to you.
And I'll second that with the amendments.
Commissioner Mears.
Yes.
Banks.
Yes,
Commissioner Vero.
Yes.
Do I have a motion to approve requisitions?
so move.
Second.
Commissioner Mears.
Yes.
Commissioner Banks.
Yes,
Commissioner Vero.
Yes.
I have a motion to approve weekly transfer and additional appropriation requests.
second.
Commissioner Mears.
Yes.
Commissioner Banks.
Yes,
Commissioner Vero.
Yes.
We've been asked for authorization to dispose of a sheriff's vehicle, which is a 2019 Dodge Charger. It's, they're asking that it be approved for salvage value. It's valued below $2,500. I have a motion for that.
second.
Commissioner Mears.
Yes.
Commissioner Banks.
Yes,
Commissioner Vero.
Yes.
A motion to renew the lease agreement with Neonet for office space at Longview with the same terms and conditions, but it's a 1-year contract as opposed to the 3-year contract they previously had.
So moved.
second.
Commissioner Mears.
Yes.
Commissioner Banks.
Yes,
Commissioner Vero.
Yes.
Okay, is there any other business to come before the board at this time before we have our 10 o'clock bid opening for the county administration chiller project? Hearing none, we stand in recess at 9:42 until 10 o'clock.
Thank you.
It's 10:01, Richland County Board of Commissioners is back in session. We're joined by a number of other folks. We have Chris Christie.
Christie.
This was last time. Craig Christie from Karpinski. Well, it's not.
Not
Brad.
Scott Christie.
All right, it's not Brad today. It's not.
Josh Hicks for maintenance, and I don't think I introduced Greg Kale at the previous session that we had, so he's here as well. And we have another of other folks, so for the record, could you introduce yourself and tell us what you're with?
Ben Stevens, Stevens Construction.
Doug Stevens, Stevens Construction. Steve McLaughlin, Standard Plumbing Heating.
Spencer Perry, Standard Plumbing and Heating.
Well, we're here for the bid opening for the county project. We have the bids, which I passed off to my.
I have
While we're waiting, do you want to tell us, kind of do an overview for the media that's?
Okay, yeah, I happened to bring the overview sheet, so that's good. Yeah, so basically, we're putting a new air conditioning unit. We're replacing the old and taking the old out. It'll be 215 tons of cooling nominal. There's some structural work that'll be done on the roof. It is a split system. We've got a boat evaporator and then the unit on the roof. Construction budget is $711,684. We've had a walkthrough where we walk through the project with the contractors. And approximately 220 calendar days for completion of the project once it's awarded. And there are no long lead time items identified on this project.
7 months plus.
Right, because we got to put the unit. And once it gets in, the crane outside and there.
You're gonna take my parking spot again, right?
Yes.
Take Tony's spot.
Okay.
So I have Stevens Construction Company and you guys are out of Marion, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I do show bid bond and theirs bid comes in at 705,212.
I have Standard from here in Mansfield, and I have found the bid. But I haven't found the bid yet.
Yeah.
Can you give me a hand to find it? Sure it's here.
We shuffle these all up.
Sure.
They were in order.
It is. $431,688.
Can you repeat that?
Sure. 431,688.
Study these bids and determine what. Go from here. Josh, did you have anything to add? Okay, the media online. Carl, do you have any questions?
Nope, not at this point. When do you anticipate awarding the bids? Awarding the bid?
Oh, is that for me?
Yes.
Oh, hey, Carl, this is Craig. I need to do due diligence, look through the bids, make sure everything's in there, paperwork, and then we're gonna make some phone calls and then we'll get with the commissioners to get the award.
All right, the sound was cutting out a little bit. I got the first company with Stevens Construction. What was the second?
Standard Plumbing and Heating.
Okay. That's what I had. Thank you.
Thanks.
Greg, do you have any questions? Okay, thank you, gentlemen, for coming. Great. Okay. So it's 10:06. We will go into recess until 10:15. We have a number of items to talk about for Job and Family Services.
we're going to have.
Good morning, it's 10:15. Richland County Board of Commissioners is back in session. We're joined by some of our favorite folks from Job and Family Services, and go ahead for the record and introduce yourselves. Give us your title.
Toby Borders, Fiscal Director. Lori Benson, Director.
And I bet this is Ashley.
Ashley Lettingham, candidate for Executive Director of Youth and Family Council.
Welcome.
So let's talk about the subaward with Catalyst first. How's that sound?
So we have two agreements for you. The 655-26 is our standard TANF application, and then the special TANF funds for the summer use that allow us to do foster that. So the total of that contract is $236,222. And that will run from approval through the end of September 30th.
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Mears,
Yes.
Commissioner Banks,
Yes.
Commissioner Barrow.
Yes.
Okay. Well,
And then the second one is agreement 564-26, and this is with JFS on behalf of Youth and Family Council for $29,143.85. And this is for youth that are over income guidelines for our regular TANF program, as well as some that are specifically referred from the council.
Like this program, so moved.
Second.
yes.
Commissioner Banks,
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, the next order of business is to consider hiring a youth and family council director named Ashley Ladingham. So let's talk about you, Ashley. What do you? Well, first of all, let me say I got your resume, Ashley. Thank you, Lori.
It was a process through the council had identified a search committee to accept applications for this position, review the applications. We met as a committee, did that review, identified 4 applicants that we wanted to interview. One applicant at the time we requested to set up an interview with her withdrew her application, so we interviewed 3 applicants. And Ashley was the applicant that all of the search committee members felt stood far and above the other 2 applicants. And so we're making that recommendation to you as the Board of Commissioners to offer employment.
No, first it was, you took it to the Youth and Family
And it was approved, the recommendation.
by their board.
And that was last week on May 7th. Yes, May 7th, that the full council
Yes.
approved that.
First of all, I have a few questions for you, Ashley. First of all, it appears you're a very lucky person. Am I right? Graham Chevy?
I was gonna say, you must be talking about the car that I won.
Are you?
Yes,
A
that was
brand new car you won.
the most bizarre thing that has ever happened to me to date. And I continue to try to find ways to rebuild my karma by giving back, because I think I cashed it all in when I won that car. So yeah, that was pretty cool.
Western Governors University. Were you ever on campus?
No, so
I'm gonna say I have been.
what's that?
It's in Utah.
Yes.
Son lives out there.
Okay.
Campus number of times, and I saw this, I know that place looked like it's a very nice campus.
Yeah, they have
Creek, Utah.
they have satellite offices throughout the United States. But it is a online competency-based program, which essentially means it's an, I guess, non-traditional, if you will. There wasn't like in-class sessions, but requires a lot of time management and required a lot of discipline on my part, because I didn't have anybody saying you need to check in at this time and check out at that time. But yeah, got my degree in resources through that program, and have toyed with the master's program, but working on that
Mhm.
money that it costs to get that degree.
Beautiful campus in a beautiful area. 2 hours south of where my son's living. And the address that's on your resume, were you living there around 2006, 2007 by any chance?
480, no, I actually purchased it in 2020.
The reason I ask is my son was a newspaper boy out there for 10 years.
Oh,
Would have delivered your newspaper.
oh, yeah, no, not quite. I grew up in the neighborhood over on Woodward, but
Okay.
Yeah.
I just saw the address. Oh, I know what that house looks like. Because when your kid's a paper boy, you deliver papers as well.
team effort.
Yeah. His kids were our paper boy for a long time, and Judge would, Sunday morning, he'd deliver.
Well, I'm impressed with your background and you've apparently passed the gauntlet of interviews, it seems.
And Lori can be a tough interviewer.
Well, wasn't me, it was the group, committee.
Do we need to, with the motion, list the salary? We probably do, correct?
And identify start date. I have not discussed that with Ashley, of course.
So do we have yeah, we need to identify a start date and a salary for the motion. So Ashley, do we have a start date?
Well, with my current position, I would really like to give them at least a 3 to 4 week notice. So I'm thinking, last day at my current position being June 13th. So that would be a Friday and then starting the following Monday.
Hold on, I'm trying to look at our.
Do you think that'll work?
A reasonable time frame.
So are you planning on giving notice tomorrow then?
At the latest, if not today. I mean, my current director is aware that I'm going through this process, so he's really just waiting to hear back from me on the final dates and all of that.
Now typically our pay weeks begin on a Thursday.
Okay.
I'm just aligning with the auditor's office, so that's
Okay.
usually the first day of our pay week.
Okay.
So
So maybe-
Thursday that,
Get that.
well,
12th is Friday.
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 I mean, but the pay period, Lori, the issue with that is the pay period is June 3rd through the 16th. We certainly want her starting, hold on a second. No, I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong, June 4th. I show it's June 4, June 4th through the 17th would be so she would be coming in
she could come in on the 18th or
the 18th.
the Thursday.
I mean, on Thursday?
Could we get her in sooner because
Yeah.
of the youth and just the contracts we just passed? She needs to oversee those.
Right.
How about June 11th?
Yeah. Reasonable.
Thursday?
It's in the middle, but it still is a Thursday, so it's a 1 week.
And the auditor's office is usually fine unless we have a.
Okay.
Start.
And starting wage, hourly rate?
We looked at
Minimum and maximum,
it's 15 is the,
the pay grade.
Hold on.
is $30.99.
39.
30.99. Okay. Motion to approve hiring Ashley Leadingham as a Youth and Family Council Director effective June 11th at a starting hourly rate of $30.99 per hour.
Second.
Commissioner Mears,
Yes.
Commissioner Banks,
Yes.
Commissioner Barrow.
Yes. Hold
Congratulations.
on, Carl might have questions for you that are outside of the car genre. He's on the
Richland Source guy.
source.
Okay.
What do you think, Carl? Any questions for Ashley?
Yeah, just a couple. Good morning, Ashley. I did look at the story real quick while you were talking about winning the car back in 2023. We didn't do a lot of interview questions. So tell me about yourself. Where'd you go to high school? Where are you from? Where are you working right now? And what made you interested in the Youth and Family Council?
Yeah, so I graduated from Mansfield Senior. I am currently working at Community Health Access Project. It's more commonly known as CHAP. I'm the operations and training manager there. I've worked closely with the council for the last several years on a variety of projects, most notably probably the Richland County Community Baby Shower. And when time came for the position to be filled, several people approached me asking if I would consider it, and that's kind of what brought me here today, so.
Now, the sound has kind of been cutting out today, but obviously I haven't seen your resume. Where did you go to school and what's your degree in?
Yeah, so I went to school at Western Governors University, and my degree is a bachelor's in business for human resource management.
That's kind of what I had. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Yes.
10:25, we have an executive session at 10:30. We'll stand in recess for 5 minutes.
Be wild.
Uh,
Made two to tango.
let's hold on a second here.
Here we go. Here comes Daryl. Save the day.
Okay, it is 10:30. The Richland County Board of Commissioners is back in session. Could I have a motion to go into executive session? Request for proposal opening on building department software.
Move.
Second.
Commissioner Mears,
Yes.
Commissioner Banks,
Yes.
Commissioner Vero.
Yes. Are we allowed to go into executive session for hiring when you've already made a hire?
It is 10:53. The Richland County Board of Commissioners is out of executive session, back in regular session. We've received a number of proposals. We'll study those and come up with a recommendation in the days to come. Any other business to come before the Board of Commissioners at this time?
This time I'd like to make a motion to go into executive session to discuss employment of a public employee.
Second?
Commissioner Banks,
Yes.
Commissioner Mears,
Yes.
Commissioner Barrow.
Yes.
Thank you, John.
Do you anticipate taking action after this executive session?
No.
Okay, thank you.
11:18, the Richland County Board of Commissioners is now out of executive sessions and there's no action to be taken at this time. With no further agenda items to consider, we stand adjourned at 11:18.